Hi guys, I'm Mitchell Dale and this is Martin Lenihan. You're watching Rugby League Week TV's Good Week, Bad Week for the first week of the final series. Now we'll kick it off with Bad Week at number 3. It has been a bad week for the Melbourne Storm. They've been punted from the final series down there at Melbourne. They just got blown off the park by the Dogs in the opening half there. And you've got to say, is the window for another premiership for this champion team now closed?
I think, mate, it is. Yeah, end of an era, definitely with Ryan Hoffman. A lot of people say he's part of the big four. He's gone, of course, leaving. Not a great way for him to go out. Bellamy was pretty upset that was their last performance for Ryan Hoffman. Cameron Smith went into the game injured, got patted on the head. Bit of disrespect from Mick Ennis, whatever you think of that. A very poor performance. They're not going to be as strong next year. And I think, they were already in the bottom half of the 8 this year. Going to take a huge effort from Bellamy to get them up again.
Yeah, look, we did say before that it was an unusual situation for them to be in going into the last round of the competition, needing that to win to make sure they made the finals. So whether or not he can get them back up, I mean, he is a fantastic coach. We're going to have to wait until next year, though. Now, number 2 on Bad Week, Tariq Sims. He's going to cop 5 weeks for that hit on Justin Hodges. Now, I've got to say, it wasn't very good and it was very late, but 5 weeks, I don't know.
It's a bad 5 weeks, Mitch, indeed. Look, I don't think it was worth that much. Very, very late indeed. Love Justin Hodges' sledge, asking him how many grand finals he'd won. That was an absolute cracker. Look, it is very sad and a bad week for Tariq Sims, just when you put so much effort into a season and to miss that many weeks and, of course, leaving the club as well. So,
yeah, on that note, it's a bad week for the Cowboys because he has been playing some really good footy. He and Jason Taumalolo have been giving a really good 1-2 punch there for the Cowboys. They're going to miss him. Glenn Hall comes into the starting side. Good honest toiler, but he's not going to give you the same impact that Tariq Sims did. Number 1 this week for bad week, it's got to be poor Michael Potter. I don't know if Michael Potter's won bad week. His Tigers certainly have a few times this year over the past few months. It's all over for him at the Tigers. We could see that one coming, though.
Yeah, I guess not totally unexpected for Mick. He's probably had a bit of time to deal with it. For me, I think a bad call, honestly. The new board comes in. I think they could have given it 12 months. All they've got on Mick Potter was stuff they've been told by other people. I know he got to present himself. I would have given him a 12 months, I think, and see how he went. But, as we said, mate, very bad week. Where the windows now are for Mick Potter, obviously with all the other jobs in the NRL gone, pretty tough.
Yeah, and the other thing is how the Tigers now find a new coach. You would think it'd be one of the assistants. That's been the male, either Todd Payton or David Kidwell. But we have seen the past 2 coaches from the Tigers go from player power. So they're going to want to watch their back, whoever does take over the Tigers coaching job next year.
Tough gig indeed, and they might feature in bad week a few times, whoever gets the job.
Yeah, that's it for Michael Potter, and that is it for Bad Week for this week. Okay, now we move on to the bright side with Good Week at number 3. Matt Moylan, been a great year for Matt Moylan. Capped off a very good week for him, obviously helping the Panthers to that upset win over the Roosters. Then on Tuesday night, he was named the Panthers Player of the Year. And as we reveal in Rugby League Week this week, he is now a bolter for the Kangaroo side for the Four Nations.
How good's he going, this bloke? He's had a million good weeks this year. Matty Moylan. Absolute young superstar, as you said, the player of the year. And when you look at the year they had with guys like Jamie Soward, that's a huge rap for him to get that award. And as we said in Rugby League Week, this guy's name is coming up. Look, we've got a heap of great fullbacks, and realistically he might be a little bit further away than this year, but he has just been absolutely supreme, and now 1 game away from a grand final just to cap off a remarkable season.
Yeah, look, just the fact that he's being mentioned when we do have so many great fullbacks shows how well he's gone. I'm not too sure about your maths there with a million good weeks, but he has had a sensational season. Number 2 on Good Week, Jake Friend. Look, we thought maybe he'd be back for the preliminary final. That was the early reports. Well, the early report was that he'd probably be gone for the year with that hemothorax. He's come back. He is so crucial to the Roosters.
Miracle man. Off the deathbed. This is Andrew Johns, 1997. As you said, I think we all believed he was gone for the year. Now the Roosters have been put back into the situation where they didn't get that extra week off. He looks like he will play against the Cowboys. I just think to the spirit of the team, that would give them a huge lift, let alone what he does out of dummy half and how important he is. But a big boost just for the team to have a guy like that returning if he can. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, he is part of their leadership squad. I think he's only about 25, but he's such an important side. He is a leader in that group. Now, the other thing that it does is it frees up Mitch Orbison to play in his preferred position. One of the most underrated players in the game for mine, Mitch Orbison. So that'll help the Roosters big time.
Absolutely.
Number 1 this week for Good Week, Lottie Takiri. I think with Fui Moi Moi now gone because he's leaving the NRL, Lottie is the oldest man in the NRL. How good's he going?
Didn't look old the other night, did he? This was the try where he went up for the bomb was like the 2003 Rugby World Cup final where he got Australia's first try. Just a great performance. South Sydney were amazing out of the blocks. He ran the ball hard. He flicked a little pass up for GI. He was leaping all over the place. He was like a 25-year-old again. Fantastic effort from Lottie because, let's be honest, a lot of people question the decision to sign him. He has been sensational and just coming good at the right time of the season.
Yeah, well, we've got to put our hand up at the start of the year. Rugby League Week named our best 20 recruits and our worst 10. Lottie was on the worst 10. We didn't think, all of our panel of experts didn't think that he was going to make much of an impact. And for a lot of the season, he wasn't. He was stuck playing for North Sydney in the New South Wales Cup. But boy, the last few months, particularly the last few weeks, he's really come home strong and he's wound back the clock.
Well done, Madge. You know, he doesn't make too many bad decisions, Michael Maguire. Lottie's a really important part of this team. That experience there, such a young backline, and they are just playing so well at the moment, looking extremely dangerous. They do have the week off, South Sydney, perfectly poised to get into that grand final at last.
Yeah, that's right. Good week for South Sydney. Good week for Lottie Takiri. That's it from us for Good Week, Bad Week. We'll see you again next week.